unfortunately, Crittenton had the rest of his story ended up becoming very sad.
Mm-hmm.
So Crittenton, at that point, was that the end of his career after that situation?
Yeah, I to be honest, I think he got more of a bad. He got a bad. His wasn't fair because you got to remember we didn't get.
He brought a loaded gun.
Okay, but you got to we got to rewind a little bit because when they came out with the story, you got to remember there was no gun from him. You know, it was me pulled a gun on a team. You remember that was the big headline. Gilbert Arenas pulled a gun on a teammate. That's what the media thing was about.
Right.
So how it was pushed is Gilbert pulled a gun on a teammate. The other teammate didn't have a gun. He didn't do anything. So when they realized
there's another gun,
he had the gun and it could have been the other way. I'm not saying if it was other. I'm just saying it could have been the other way. They really looked down upon him because I think the goal was to get rid of my contract. So the fact that it wasn't how it was painted, it kind of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. So they kind of like blackballed him because I got suspended for detrimental. You got to remember what I'm getting suspended for, detrimental to the team because of my actions. Well, he's not doing anything. So what is he being suspended for? So they just looped him in with me.
And then what? They kicked him off the team after that?
Yeah. So basically.
Okay. Well, because a year later, November 2011, Crittenton was charged with murder in connection with the shooting of Julian Jones, who was a 22-year-old mother of 4 in Atlanta. According to reports, this woman was not the intended target. Someone, I guess, had robbed him back in April. During the shooting, this woman got shot in the leg and then ended up dying during surgery. He was arrested, released on bond. Then he was indicted. They're saying that he allegedly joined the Crips after signing with the Lakers. And that there was another shooting that happened, in retaliation of that over, shooting of some Bloods. Ultimately, while out on bond on murder charges, he was arrested, for an indictment with 13 other people, accused of selling kilos of cocaine and hundreds of pounds of marijuana. And ultimately, he ended up pleading out to 23 years in prison. Did you have any communication with him after all this started happening?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do have communications with him.
To this day?
Yeah.
You talked to him in prison?
Yes. To this day.
What does he tell you his side of the story is?
It's so funny. We don't really... So our relationship was big brother, little brother from the beginning. From the beginning, from when he tried out for the Wizards, he tore through his shoes. And I took mine off and said, yo, keep fucking cooking the motherfuckers, right? So, but he ended up getting drafted to the Lakers and then eventually got him. So when he came to the team, we had this, connection. So every road trip, he'd come to my room, we'll watch film, order room service. And I told him, listen, if, you're trying to impress some girls or whatever, just order the food or wine or whatever, roses, just charge it to my room. So that was my guy. The reason I can challenge him is because we were so close.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is the reason we were going at it is because, it's the little brother trying to stand up for himself. Yeah. That's all that was. It was, I'm calling your bluff out. You say you're going to do something, I want to see you do it. No, and I mean, he's not going to shoot me. He won't even throw a punch at me. That's how close we were.
Yeah.
It just got out of hand. That's all. So I remember when the DA came and they wanted me to be a witness, a character witness. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, if you're going off of the gun incident, I'm going to be a bad witness for you. Because that is my little brother. Like what you're talking about, that's not, like, he's a good kid. He got people in his ear that's pushing him other ways, but I can't tell you that side of him because I don't know that side. All I can tell you, he worked hard, he studied film, he's a good kid. So I'm going to be a bad, witness. I know what the media is telling you that we these enemies, but no, he's a good dude. So that's all I can tell you. So I'm pretty sure you don't want me on the stand. You know what I mean? Yeah. So eventually they stopped calling. So when we talk, we just talk about sports. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm coming home. Like, I asked him about the story or what happened. And, he was like, the guy used the girl as a shield.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
The guy used the girl as a shield. From there, we just, it's more just, how's the team doing? So I'll give teammates, I'll give him the number so he can call, what's up with the big three, man? How's Curry? Is Kyrie handles that good? Like, it's back to what, it was before.
Yeah, man, sad situation.
Yeah,
sad situation. I mean, it's like, yeah, you're getting involved in shit you really shouldn't be getting involved with. A woman gets hit. Her 4 kids got to grow up without a mother. And, here you are, this NBA star, now in prison.
Yes, when you're losing everything, like that.
Yeah, he lost everything.
Yeah, like
literally.
You get suspended 50 games. You know what I mean? You're on your contract year. Nobody wants to touch you. Everything just snowballed. That's why I said he got the worst shake of it. Yeah. Because even with the halfway house with me, I wasn't in no fucking halfway house like that. Like, I was home half the time. I just slept there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, come on, it's DC. Like, it's DC. That's like trying to send fucking LeBron James to a halfway house right now. Right. Come on, there's no halfway house. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants. And, so I didn't really have, there was really nothing for me. Like, I had, I think, was it 2 years supervised?
Yeah.
Right? That's what they gave me?
Just nothing.
What, that was 2 years?
Yeah.
I never met a probation officer one time.
Right.
At the beginning, other than that, who the fuck is you? I'm not checking Pete. Like, so I remember they answered like, yeah, we need to do P tests. I said, I'm in here for like guns. I'm not in here for drugs. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm an athlete. I don't do drugs. I'm not fucking taking your piss test every month. You think I'm going to come from Chicago or Miami here to take some fucking pee test? No, you better come up there. And then they were like, just stay out of trouble. All right.
Because you're not a criminal.
Deal. Yeah, just stay out of trouble. Good. I like that deal. I like my probation officer.
Yeah.